Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of Red Zone in the Lab podcast. That's RITL, also pronounced Riddle. I am Deuce. That is DEUCE. Today we are going to talk about the bomb drop. Not really a bomb, more of a drop coming from Deanna Russini. She is the senior NFL insider for the Athletic New York Times. And I think she was a beat reporter too for the Redskins way back when. But she put out a report today from her quote unquote sources. Boy, she misses a lot. These sources, boy, it's something else with her. So take this with a grain of salt. Anyhow, she mentioned that her sources is saying that Terry McLaurin is looking for parts of the DK Mavs new Steelers contract. Now, mind you, it's really like once we start talking about these contracts and these ages, a lot of people saying that the Steelers overpaid for DK Metcalf, right? They traded for him, like they had to overpay him because they gave up capital for him, so they overpaid him, right? All right, cool. But this is the NFL. There are a lot of players, specifically players, not just wide receivers, that are overpaid. It's not about if you're worth, it's all about if you're next, right? It goes by tiers. Like you have certain tiers, and whatever tier you're in within that position, if you're next, you're going to get paid more than everyone in that tier. That's just the facts of it. And a lot of people is putting Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, kind of like in those same tiers. All right, so DCAF is making, I said decaf. DK is making, I think, 32.99 million AAV. Reports early were saying that he wants to get paid more than DK. Now this is coming out that he wants parts of it, which I think it is the guaranteed money, which DK was paid 60 million. I think Terry wants between 65 and 75 million. That might actually be what the holdup is and not so much his age. But again, we don't know. And we might not never know. So when you look at DK Metcalf, you look at their production. Dan Orlovsky went off on ESPN, I think, yesterday. Here's the clip of it right here.
Can't trade him. And this is one of the dumbest things that has been a part of the NFL this offseason. It's one of the most maddening situations that I have been watching this NFL offseason. It ain't that hard. And I have had people disagree with me on that. And it's not that hard. Respectfully, Washington, you were a dumpster fire for years. You were a laughingstock. The only thing good about your organization was that young man. Every year he did it, year after year after year, for like 5 or 6 years with disaster all around you. You were the only reason why anyone spoke somewhat positively about your organization. If you don't have him, you erase everything that you did last year. Everything that you did. And I'm being respectful to Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and what they did last year. You need him. Give me receivers that impact winning as much or if not more than Terry McLaurin.
You see that? Like, that's a whole lot of emotion. It's a whole lot of emotion. He's been going through this. He's been doing this. He's been here stuck. But I think that's a real thing. But the question is, how much is that worth? How much is Terry McLaurin going through all the things that he went through and still stuck it out? He was the only bright spot for years, didn't complain, model guy. How much is that worth? Is it worth 2 million? Is it worth 3, 10 million? I don't know, but I do believe that that's a number that should be negotiated, just to be fair. And that's a pro player stance, right? But when you're looking at the numbers from over the past 3 years, Terry McLaurin has better numbers. The only thing that he doesn't have is the touchdowns, but they are better, but they're also close. The numbers are close. So if Terry McLaurin was the same age as DK, we wouldn't be having this conversation that he could get paid $1 million more. But he's not. He's 29. He'll be 30 in September. There's only one wide receiver that's 30 years old making $30 million, and that's Tyreek Hill. A lot of guys that's over 30 that still is producing in the league, they are in a range from like $22 to $28 million. And check out the ages of these wide receivers. The top what's this, 10, 12 paid wide receivers in the league. Look at Tyreek Hill up there, 30 years old. Who else is on here that's a little older? Look at Cooper Kupp, 32 years old. He's at 26.7. Ridley's 30. He'll be 31. He's at 23 million. Right? Even Debo is on his own teammate. He'll be 30 in January. He's at 21 million. Devontae Adams at 28 million. And he's 32. It's going to be interesting to see what these numbers come out for Terry McLaurin if an extension is had. But I think everyone's point from both sides, it just depends, right? Are you on Terry's side? Are you with the team? I think throughout all these conversations that we are having, everyone has great points. Everyone is not asking for something that doesn't make any sense from their point of view. I think what we need to do now, which I think is happening, because first the reports is he wants more than DK. Now we believe the honest sources. He wants something compared to what DK is getting, parts of what he got. So it seems to be some progress is being made. So each side just going to have to say, hey, look, going to have to humble themselves and say, hey, look, I really want this, but I'm willing to give you this if you're willing to give that. Both parties should walk out of that meeting after the deal is signed feeling like they lost. At the same time, they win. Because either way, we want Terry McLaurin on this team. Because I don't think there's nothing out there that can bring what he can bring overall to this year. Even on a 1-year contract, I don't know if we're going to have Terry. On an extension, I know we're going to have Terry. I think he will play, but will he play? I don't know. Something to think about. Appreciate your time, man. I know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with me on this little lunch break. I appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart.
One love.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie.